Crisis, he was mind wiped because of his single-mindedness that he was not going to allow.
Yeah, because he had that strong moral fiber that wouldn't allow him to permit that.
Yeah.
It's just, for me...
What happened to Dr. Light?
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's amazing how, you've got all these superheroes with amazing powers, but it's Batman who has one of the best stories.
Yeah.
Best stories in comic books. Dark Knight...
The most
Dark
number
Knight,
of graphic novels.
Yeah. But the Dark Knight Returns is it's like the friggin' Godfather.
Yeah.
For comic books, it's right up there with Watchmen.
And speaking of Godfather, if you want to read Batman touched by Godfather, and JB will get to this, he will read The Long Halloween very soon, because The Long Halloween is the quintessential. It's one of those quintessential Batman stories where about crime going on in Gotham, specifically the Falcone crime family, who are like Corleones, and yet there's a murder mystery that goes on over the course of 13 months, and Batman has to. It is a relatively young Batman who has to cooperate with Jim Gordon and with Harvey Dent, pre-scarring.
Yeah.
And they have to come together, the three of them, because they have to take down the Falcones.
Aside from that, it's a bridge because before that was year
one.
one, and for a while
Miller and Mazzucchelli.
no one wanted to touch year one.
Yeah.
People are afraid of touching year one.
People are content with the 39-40 storyline, the origin.
Shane did. They continued the storyline. They made use of the characters to great success. So it actually paved the way for mining that backstory, that retcon story.
And Christopher Nolan should forever thank Year One and Long Halloween for providing him storyboards for Batman Begins.
Yeah, I mean, for me, look at it. Look at the number one superhero movie. It's Dark Knight. Hands down.
Yeah.
It's really one of the best. It's like the bar got set so high by that movie. It's just it's a testament of the character.
I always say this about that Dark Knight movie. Well, the trilogy, but mostly that second Dark Knight movie. It was a great film, crime story. It just happened to have this dude walking around in a cape and cowl.
Awesome. So that's our basic idea of like how we think about Batman. So
Pero ikaw, James, other than the traditional favorites like Arkham, Killing Joke, Year One, even
Dark Knight.
What are your favorite Batman stories?
Actually, there was this book long time ago by Ed Brubaker and Greg Rucka called Gotham Central. The art was Michael Lark, and one of the best stories in that series was this Joker story. So it's like basically all these cops from GCPD, and Joker's this sniper, and they have to hunt him down.
Like Rene Montoya,
and it's like, it's the Joker. So he's trying to figure out what his MO. Aside from being insane is. It's like he was like killing people left and right. There seemed to be a pattern. There was no pattern, and they had to figure it out. It was just such a brilliant story. Batman was on the periphery. You could barely see him. He only showed up in the end, but it was just brilliant. Yeah, I mean, I hope with the new Gotham TV show, somehow they'll incorporate that.
Okay. Ako talaga, Long Halloween, man. Long Halloween, because I had been hearing about Long Halloween the years before I actually got the first trade paperback. And I read the preface, and Jeff Loeb credited Archie Goodwin, the former editor, for dragging him in and said, let's do this. It turned out to be a sequel to Year One. But they were able to mine it even further, as you said, because it's really... The Godfather is the great criminal novel by Mario Puzo, and the great criminal movies by Coppola.
Yeah.
And yet they were able to put Batman in something like that. And to finally connect those stories with Harvey Dent, the origin of Two-Face. With breathtaking art by Tim Sale. Tim Sale at the peak of his powers with super pointed long ears by Batman. That is the best Loeb Sale combo ever. They've done Superman for All Seasons. They've done Daredevil Yellow and Spider-Man Blue. But for me, Long Halloween, not even the sequel Dark Victory, Long Halloween is one of the best top 5 Batman stories for me. Wow.
After those traditional favorites, I have two. Again, they continue the work that was done before. No? The other one is Prey.
Yeah.
Legends of the Dark Knight.
Prey.
Who's that by? Doug Munch, Doug Moen,
and Paul Gulacy.
Yeah. Doug Benson.
And then the other one is Son of the Demon.
Okay.
Mike Barr and Jerry Bingham.
Okay.
When Son of the Demon came out, that was that was a lean period for Batman, and it was a standalone graphic novel that introduced Damian.
Right.
But he wasn't named as Damian
Yeah,
back
it was
then.
just Kid the
It
Stallion.
was an incredible Batman versus Ra's al Ghul, and you know, I've always considered Ra's al Ghul as one of the deadliest Batman adversaries ever. And
Yeah, thank you, O'Neill and Adams.
yeah. So that one and Prey have to be some of my well, of course, aside from what you mentioned.
And Gotham by Gaslight.
It's
Gotham by
hard to
Gaslight.
have a favorite Batman story
Because there's so many.
There's
So many to choose from.
Yeah, but sige, let's narrow it down. If we were to choose one, what would that be? One that you'd bring with you on a trip, and you're never coming back.
Dark Knight Returns.
Dark Knight Returns.
Dark Knight. Ako year one. Year one.
Thank you, Frank Miller, for help for all of us. From all of us.
Year
Frank
one.
Miller talaga.
Year one. Iba yung year one. There's a different feel to you.
Yeah,
It's a crime story.
It is.
It's a crime story.
For me, kasi the appeal of Dark Knight Returns is he's older, he's beat up, wala na eh, wala nang natira eh. Then
It's so epic and so
it's so epic and so there's so many panels, just panels there that are like
defining.
whoa, whoa, you know. And okay, it's Carrie Kelly as Robin, it's not Dick Grayson, but still the poses, the silhouettes, the covers, there's so many about Dark Knight that for me that's still it.
So having said that, do you think outside Bob Kane and Bill Finger and those guys, that Frank Miller is probably the most influential Batman writer ever?
I will put Frank
He only
Miller.
wrote two, huh?
Yeah, Frank
Three.
Miller.
Well, Dark Knight.
Not All-Star.
And
Not
you're
All-Star,
an all-star.
All-Star.
It's not that good anymore.
I'll say Denny O'Neil for the creation of Ra's al Ghul because O'Neil and Adams, they revitalized the franchise after Batman 66. They made him gothic again, they made him dark. And that led to everything that followed, bringing him back to the darkness because he needed to get dark. He couldn't be the smiley Batman of Adam West.
Nope, not anymore.
There.
So wrapping up, I mean, I think Batman has still, there's so much, potential for Batman.
Yeah.
You can see it in, in Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's work.
Yep.
So I think for me, Batman can last another 75 years.
More.
Or give or take.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Take it easy.